Hi, my name is Nai, or Remade, and this is my first ever video! In this video, I will be talking about why and how they should buff the Jezail. I will also be talking about all the suffering I had during recording. It all started when I was just going to my house. I loaded it up and I noticed that it was bannable. So I started chopping the bannable bits down. Then I shot a wolf because he didn't deserve to live anymore. Then I proceeded to wait a painfully long amount of time for my friends to arrive so I could begin recording. I waited a really long time. Talking like an hour, man. Then my friend Snake finally arrived. Also, I need to mention that my friend Snake is very lag. This is critical to my suffering. My friend Snake started building a house so he could place a bed. Because I was in a party, and the party was my faction, and he was in my faction, but he wasn't in a party, and the leader wasn't on right now. I got bored, so I started using my axe. Just kidding. This is a glitch. It occurs because there's not enough time between you clicking your mouse and the gun firing the bullet. If you want to equip it before that time, you can fire a ghost shot. The problem was that every single time Snake tried to place down something, it didn't work. This was because of his immense lag. This made it take a while. Then somebody very important came. This is Mank. Mank and I tested to see if this was considered a house by the game standards. And, well, didn't work. Then we tried again. And it still didn't work. Then my friend Mank built an entire goddamn house in the time it takes for Snake to build a single part. And it finally worked. Now I could make the video I wanted to. So, this is why the Jezail should be buffed. This is more of a how the Jezail should be buffed than why the Jezail should be buffed. But why sounded better for a title. So, let's say you're in combat, and you just got yourself a Jezail headshot. Boom. Laggy headshot. Congrats, you won that fight. You landed a headshot with a Jezail, and you dealt 105 total damage. But what if you hit the body? That's right. I want the Jezail to deal 5 body shot damage and 105 headshot damage. 105 headshot damage because that's a cooler number than 100, and also it blows your head off. And 5 body shot damage because no weapon in the game can make use of it. Now let's take a look at the accuracy. At this range, this would be the ideal range for you to use a Jezail. You cannot possibly miss a shot from this far away. However, if we walk just a little bit back, now you can no longer hit this shot. I mean, you still can, but it's very hard to hit this shot. And if you aim at the body, it won't work because you deal 5 damage. At this range, it's still bad. And as you can see, the crosshair is too big for you to get any use out of this range. And as I talked before, body damage is not good, so you can't use it like a normal rifle. If you're still not convinced, then let's compare it to a more normal gun. This is a Bayard rifle. Many, if not all of you know it. It is a very good gun that is meant for all situations. It has a good reload speed, good damage, and everything else. We will be comparing it to the Jezail. If you hit a body shot for Baron, which is not very hard to do if it's very good accuracy, you will deal 80 damage. However, for Jezail, you will deal 5 damage. Now let's look at the headshot damages. With the Baron, you deal 90 headshot damage. But with Jezail, you would deal 105 damage, which would kill somebody. Think of it like a scale. The more left you go, the lower the risk and the lower the reward. Like the Etienne pistol's extremely fast reload, but low damage. And the more right you go, the higher the risk, the higher the reward. Jezail would of course have a low accuracy, very low body damage, and slow reload. However, if you aim at the head, you have the chance to get a one-tap. Let's compare them again. This time we're gonna look at the reload times. If you miss a shot with the Baron, you're gonna have to wait 10 seconds to reload. However, if you miss a shot with the Jezail, you have to wait 20 seconds. And that is a lot of time. With the Baron, you might be able to pull off a reload. With the Jezail, that's way too long, even for a game as slow as Northwind. And yeah, that's what I want the Jezail to be. A very high risk, very high reward weapon that is fun to use and is fun to get shot at, if you consider getting shot at fun. So, in short, these are stats that I want the Jezail to have. If you agree with me, leave a like. If you don't agree with me, comment down below why you don't agree with me. Also, saying that it's not realistic isn't an argument, because everything else in the game isn't realistic. Otherwise, this wouldn't be a Roblox game. That's the end of the video, bye.